Alright, so welcome to a brand new video, and this video I'll be going over the trades that I took this morning, Wednesday, August 19th. And like I said in my last video, I'm going to try to make a few more of these, just recapping the trades that I took and why I took them, what was I looking at, what was my thought process before and during the trade. So hopefully this can give you a little insight of how I trade and see if it fits your style of trading, or you can implement some things that I explain in this video. So first, we'll go over Euro JPY, and I'll show you what my profit was on the day. 146 on the day, just catching 10 to 12 pips on each trade, except this this first GBP USD. So it was a small trade, but I'll go over all of these. So my first trade was Euro Yen, and I took it at 125.740. So we'll go right here. So I'll start by explaining what I do on a daily basis. So first I start on the weekly, and I see we're rejecting this level right here. We haven't gone up since Monday or Tuesday, so we're rejecting this level. So we may be going down today. Then I look on the daily, and I see the past 3 days were bearish. So this can possibly keep going down. But another thing that I keep in mind is that this level right here was rejected by this candle. So price came all the way down and then it was rejected. So that could mean that there's a lot of buyers in the market and they could keep pushing Euro Yen to the upside. Then we go on the 4-hour, and on this 4-hour candle was where I took my trade. I saw that this 4-hour candle closed, and then when this 4-hour candle started breaking the low of this previous one, that gave me more confirmation that for sells. And you can also see here we have support, and if you go to the right, we have some resistance here, resistance here. So the sells were more likely on the lower time frame. Then I like to use the 1-hour to draw my support and resistance lines. And right here we have strong resistance, tapping once, 2 times, 3 times. So if price were to come up over here, I expect a clean move to the upside just like it is right here. Now I'll go ahead and show you on the 30-minute what I was looking. And I usually start looking at the market around 5 a.m. So 5 a.m., 4:30, 5 a.m. right here. So I can see that during London, we came down and we formed a support where there was previous support and previous resistance. So we formed a support and it was just consolidating. It was printing side by side. So I had a resistance drawn out right here. So when price ranges for a while like this, what was this, 2 hours and a half almost, when price ranges for a while, you can expect a push to the upside or to the downside, depending where the momentum is too. So we saw this candle, it broke the lows of these and it closed below support. So I was also looking at the 15-minute candle, and this is the candle that closed below. Now, I saw this candle, I waited for this candle to close, and I saw that it was a weak bullish candle. And another thing that you can look at is that price came down, it retested this previous support to then keep coming down. And you can actually see that on the 5-minute right here. Price came down right here, came down, closed below, then came back up to retest this support and then kept pushing down. So my thought process during this trade was, we saw this low, then we came back up to retest like I said, and then once this low was being broken, I took the sell at 125,740. So 125,740. And I did enter a little late. I wanted price to push a little more just to give me more confirmation for the sells. So as far as the stop loss, I had my stop loss above this candle right here. And the reason for that was just because if price started to push up past this candle, I wouldn't want to be in the trade anymore. That would turn that 30-minute bullish, and that would mean that we would go back into the range and the sells were not valid anymore. Another confluence that I had on this trade was that if you look to the left, we had clean traffic coming up. So I expected clean traffic coming down, which happened right there. So I was aiming this previous support that you see here on the left. You always have to look left and see where can price get rejected, or does price have a clean area to go to and through. So that's exactly what price did. I closed most of my, well, I closed all my entire position right here at around 9 pips, 6.5, 6.54. Yeah, so around there. I closed that at 9 pips. So the reason why I took my profit right here was because it was slowing down. And yes, price came down a lot more, but it was slowing down and it was hitting support. So when price started making the push down, I put my stop loss at break even, because if it starts to wake up, I'd rather be out of the trade than have to sit in a drawdown hoping for price to come back down. So if price were to come up and take me out at break even, that's fine. I'll sit back, analyze, wait for another trade and see if there's another opportunity to get in. But yeah, so that's that trade. I closed the entire position right there. And then we can go on to GBP USD. Now starting from the top on GBP USD, what did we see? We're very strong bullish. We were consolidating here a little and then we pushed up. So we may have some rejection areas right here, which it seems like it may be rejecting, but we will see how the week ends. Now the previous daily was very strong bullish. So I was expecting price to keep going up, but we did need a little retracement probably after that strong push to the upside. So then we go down to the 4-hour. We see everything's bullish. We're on an uptrend. So now that I'm looking at this, maybe if you watch this today on Wednesday the 19th, you can probably expect maybe a support around here where this previous resistance was. Maybe a support around here to form to take buys to the upside. But back to the analysis. All right, 4-hour. This is the 4-hour candle that I traded in. I saw these were consolidating. It actually consolidated for a while if you look at the lower time frame, which I'll show you right now. So right here, when the market opened during Asian, it consolidated this whole time and even through London session. So like I said before, when there's a consolidation or range, there's a very high possibility that it's going to break out with a lot of force, either to the upside or to the downside. And you just have to be prepared for that. Because for this one, I would expect a bullish run because everything prior to this was bullish. But that's not what happened. It went bearish. So you just have to adapt to what you see in the market at that moment. So let's see where the trade was. This was a little sell I took half of my risk on this one, mainly because I was selling at the bottom of this long push down. And the reason for that was I had my support right here where you see this support. So we closed here, and then I started seeing red candles coming, a red candle forming right here, broke below this previous bearish candle. So I took the sell right there, right when it broke, and actually took my profit really quick. I had my stop loss right above here because it had already made this wick, and if it came back up here, that would just mean that price was going to reverse and go to the upside. So I actually, once price started coming down, I went break even and I took half of my profits. I closed half the trade, and then the other half was stopped at break even. So that was just a $15 win right there. Now on the other trade, this trade is something very important to keep in mind, is to always lock in profits when the market gives it to you. Lock in something, take something from the market, and don't get greedy, because this is exactly what I almost did on this trade. So I saw during pre-New York and New York, we were ranging. So we're just bouncing up and down, consolidation. There's no clear trend right here, no clear direction, no clear trade to take. So I was waiting for a break to the upside or a break to the downside. And then when I saw that this candle was pushing up above these previous candles, that's where I took my buy. 3216. 3216 right there. And I actually closed at 3226 right here, 3226, right at the top of that wick. My stop loss was below this candle, and so yeah, so I was targeting at least this area right here because this was previous support right here. So I was targeting that area, and I was going to leave a runner to keep going. But I was happy with the profits that I had made for the day. I was at 10 pips, and I said, let me just take my profit and call it a day. I have some other things that I have to take care of, so let me just close the trade. And you see, good thing that I did, because right on the next candle, on the next 15-minute candle, it would have taken me out at break even, because once price started pushing up, I went break even automatically. I'm not going to risk price coming back down. Closed my trade at 10 pips, and as you can see, price just kept on dropping after that. It came right back down. So that's what I mean by, locking in profits, taking what the market gives you, and don't get greedy. It's possible to make at least 10 pips a day trading this strategy, trading breakouts, trading from support or resistance, buying from support, selling from resistance. But yeah, that's pretty much my day. I'm happy with what I made, and now I won't look at the charts until tomorrow. And that's pretty much what I do on a daily basis. So if you guys have any questions on this video, go ahead and write them down below, and I'd be happy to either make a video or answer them on there. Alright guys, thanks for watching.